The Liberation of Terra Nova. Rising Phoenix Chronicles, Galactic Arc. Chapter 1, When Stars Align with Fire. Commander Zara, 7 of the Galactic Federation had seen many worlds fall to corruption, but Terra Nova's suffering called to something deeper than duty, it called to justice. The Phoenix Night approaches, her lieutenant reported, watching the scanners as a figure wreathed in golden fire descended from the heavens. Sir Kaelen Ashborn landed with wings of pure phoenix flame, his armor singing with ancient magic that somehow harmonized with the Federation's quantum technology. Where magic met science, miracles were born. "Commander," he said, his voice carrying the weight of 1,000 rebirths, "your people answered our call across the void. The corrupt Senate of Terra Nova has held these people in chains of fear for too long." Zara, 7 nodded, her crystalline eyes reflecting the phoenix fire. "The Federation doesn't usually interfere in planetary politics, but when we detected the psychic screams of an entire population, some lines cannot be uncrossed." Below them, the capital city of New Babylon sprawled like a cancer, gleaming towers for the elite built on the bones of the oppressed. Senator Vex and his corrupt council had turned democracy into a weapon, using fear and propaganda to maintain their stranglehold on power. "Their mind control satellites," Kaelen observed, pointing to the orbital platforms. "They're broadcasting despair directly into people's thoughts. Not for much longer." Zara, 7 activated her quantum disruptor. "Federation tech can jam their signals. Your phoenix fire can burn away the psychic residue they've left in people's minds." As Federation ships moved into position, Kaelen's flames began to dance, not with destruction, but with purification. Where his fire touched the broadcast towers, the lies dissolved like morning mist. Across the city, people looked up for the first time in years. Really looked up. And saw hope descending on wings of fire, backed by the infinite compassion of the stars themselves. "Citizens of Terra Nova," Kaelen's voice carried on both radio waves and phoenix song, "you are not alone. You never were. The galaxy remembers what freedom looks like, and today, we help you remember too." The corrupt government's propaganda machine tried one last desperate broadcast: "The aliens come to conquer. The fire demon comes to burn." But the people had already tasted truth. They poured into the streets not in fear, but in celebration. The Phoenix Night and the Federation hadn't come as conquerors, they'd come as liberators, as friends, as proof that in a vast and sometimes cold universe, justice still had wings. Senator Vex's regime crumbled not under weapons, but under the weight of its own lies when the truth finally had room to breathe. And in the aftermath, as Federation medical ships tended to the wounded and Kaelen's flames healed the psychic scars of oppression, a new government began to form, one chosen by the people, for the people, with the stars themselves as witnesses. Sometimes, Zara, 7 mused, watching children play in streets that had known only fear for decades, the best conquest is teaching others to conquer their own demons. The Phoenix Night smiled, his flames settling into a warm glow. And sometimes, the best magic is simply showing people they were never powerless to begin with. To be continued in Rising Phoenix Chronicles, the Galactic Accords.